Yeah. I'm way too exclusive, don't do department stores.
Good vibes.
Your name is catching fire. What's the need to argue for? Scandalous, facts been ratchet. Baby mama mad, cause I'm fucking on this bad bitch. $1,000 knots, I've been stuffing in my mattress. Facts bag, old paper, or
good vibes.
Yeah,
good vibes.
Nasty, toxic, ratchet. Bipolar, angry, unhappy. More than one baby's daddy. Bitch, what's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage. Nasty, toxic, ratchet. Bipolar, angry, unhappy. More than one baby's daddy. Bitch, what's happening? Love it when they're ratchet walking out of TJ Maxx's. Scandalous air hurts my face on their Air Maxes. Bad bitch with baggage and two angry baby daddies. And she married to a nigga doing time up in Cali. Hottest thing moving, me and her double duo. She got coke, I got Molly, about to take a flight to Pluto. About to sprinkle all this coke up in her culo. Watch this dog hoe turn into a bitch like Cujo. I'm a savage, nasty, toxic, ratchet.
Hey,
Angry, unhappy.
These are the fine tunes of fax-19.
Bitch, I'm a savage.
Savage, fax-19 remix. It's me. And I feel a good vibe. We only want those around right now. Why? Okay. Seattle Music is Real Showcase this week. I'm gonna take it over. Probably not even gonna be in a good mood. Then I might be in a maximum happy mood. I'm a mood burger. Okay, that's what. If I had a burger joint, it'd be called Mood Burger. You come in based off of what your feelings would be, and certain burgers have certain things based on how you're feeling. Oh, that's so dope! Like, how did I just come with some shit like that? And so, when you tune into the Tonight Show, you might come up with Shark Tank ideas, dog. I might give you some shit to turn your whole family flip-flop like a pancake that ain't been cooked. Now you got something to surface. Readers. That is what we will discuss on this episode, okay? Now, this episode, I really need to reach out to you fellas because it's like y'all done got lazy or something in the pursuance of what you want. We know what you want more than likely because I am a guy. The ladies, they're coming at us a lot more frank, quaint, disrespectful, and spicy. We can keep saying, look, the point of the matter of the situation, we can say it like this. We can come with men and women this and the women that and all that little shit, right? But point being, true alphas and high quality men don't let women do this to them. You know what I'm saying? These type of men are not going for this. We're not allowing them to break us down. And you know what I'm saying? They're only doing this to men who fail to look at reality right in his face and who fail to pay attention to these things that are going on right in their face. That's the only people that this is happening to. Okay. I have fell a victim of this. This is why I can speak it and experience. And this is why I went Instagram so we can record this and then push to YouTube. I need you to remember always, fellas, woman's nature is woman's nature. Period. You let the woman run free, if you ask me, and she's going to run into a wall eventually. You just got to make sure you watch where you go. Okay. And let's get things straight. We're going to get things straight once again on love. You guys need to understand what the word love is, bro. The word love is a word you use to make a person feel good for that moment. That's why when you talk to your wife, your girl, your baby mama, and something's going good at that moment, you be like, bitch, I love you. Baby, I love you. Same thing with the man, with the woman with the man. At that moment, when you break out a gift, something or something's going on emotionally, you tell them you love them because the word love is designed for you to use it exactly at that moment. Okay? That's why I always tell y'all, stop telling people you love them. That's something that, man, that's a whole other segment. Just all it is you accepting their negative traits. That's what the definition of love is. A person that so what I'm trying to tell you is a person that's out there that really accepts somebody else's bullshit. What's the first thing you say about that poor simp, a suck butt simp? Whether it's a woman or a man, excuse my, you say, oh, that poor person. Exactly. That's because you feel bad for them because they're accepting the other person, what they're doing to them, walking over them. So fellas, know that when women get around to cheating on their man, 10 times out of 10, they don't mind getting caught. Believe me, you better catch them. They're going to make sure. They don't mind. After they cheat, it's a wrap. That's why they do it. Why am I saying this? Because woman's nature is woman's nature, like I just elaborated on. When women are giving you signs that they don't care, you ain't even got to question it, dog. You ain't going to have to question nothing, man, for real. They'll show you. See, when a woman likes you, you don't got to question it either. But it's when they don't like you is when you have all the questions. But a lot of men are really desperate out here right now, especially. Why am I saying this? Because men, I'm going to be honest with you. You're desperate for sex. Yeah. Why? Because ugly girls look good when you're drunk. That's why you see everybody posting that they're drinking all day long, all throughout the week. Remember, it just used to be weekend drinking? Nah, not since pandemic, ho. It's Tito's, ho. You know what I'm saying? Men, get out of your own fantasy. The thing is, you're telling yourself things that you want to hear, that you want to happen because you're fearing rejection. You're fearing that you won't have anyone to have sex with. So you go for any old scud bucket. Just told you, that's a desperate measure. Real men don't do that. Real men can control their anger, their pride, and their penis. Okay? You've got to get in control of your desires, man. If you don't, you won't. You'll be called a fuckboy. Even when you ain't a fuckboy, the bitch still gonna call you that, so who cares? What I'm trying to tell you is you've got to learn to get in control of your desires, man. That's why you ain't balling yet. I need you to also know that only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Okay? Period. 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 Only women, children, and dogs. So what I'm trying to tell you is a man is only loved to the condition that he provides something. Period. I don't know why you guys don't see that. How many men do you hear getting talked bad upon because what? They're not providing to a necessary standard, whether it's in the household or what, the this, the that, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because think how a man feels now to hear that. It's the only time that a man's taken seriously, and that's when his status is right and he's getting it, having it, shining and tinging. Then everybody's on him. We don't notice that? Why you think the broke niggas, when they go broke, that's the first line they pitch, and you try to say it's reverse psychology? Nah, ho, it's not. Anyway, we're going to move into this. Breeders. Now, this is for the certain man, whatever. It may fit your situation, okay? Where you have a child with a woman that has multiple babies, and somehow it just doesn't work out with you and her in that relationship. I always tip. I always tell y'all here and there about BWs. I gotta show you what BWs is, black women. So listen, and how they have become breeders. A breeder meaning that they do not mind having multiple kids by multiple men and not need the man at all. That's a breeder. This is what I have to say to guys out there messing with women that have multiple kids with multiple dudes. And I fall underneath this. You've got to get in grips with your own desires. You have to, your own personal desires. Because believe it or not, all these chicks that chicks that I'm talking about right now, the breeders, these are all the bras that all the men are going for in the urban circuits and keep sleeping with them. That's why you keep seeing them online talking about, hold on, you ain't gonna buy the rest of my kids no burger. It's the truth. So what I'm trying to tell you is, understand, fellas, who you sleeping with, who you laying with. Man, please, I'm on the top of, I'm the reason why I'm doing this episode, okay? So you can't say that I try to make myself seem like this and I throw mascara over my life and my journey or any of my stuff. Because, bitch, I'm telling you right now, okay? So you got to watch out. I'm trying to help y'all now, especially my guys that are smart. with these breeders, man. The problem with these type of women that become breeders, they grow this fake entitlement, which causes them to ignore their own accountability. Thanks to the government, they're giving them checks and cards and shit every month. So it just allows them to say, "Nigga, bye." No, me and Lil Poo Poo don't need you. Hello. Now based off of this, you can't go wrong when the government's footing the bill. Shit. If it was me and I was having kids or whatever else and it was on the men, I'd say the same thing to them too. Bye, ho. What you talking about? Angeli's kicking in. I would too. So I don't blame the chicks. I'm not gonna talk bad to that degree of that because I room it with whatever. It's what they say. It's why they say, I should say, that the government is the death of the black father. Black women are always putting black men down, though. This is what I notice. But then you go out and have babies with men that treat you like shit. And then when you do have a father that wants to take care of his kids, he still gets the bullshit too. It sickens me. So this is why I speak of it with heavy knowledge. So more of my advice is stop sleeping with these type of chicks because they're easy. It's the only reason why we're sleeping with them. They're easy or they got good coochie or both. And it's most than likely both. I know. Come on, man. I've been running through back patio doors, hopping out of, man, listen, when it comes to this shit, man, I'm the top toxic crusader. Okay? I just put on mascara when it comes to that. So I ain't into that no more. Why? Because I'm into good vibes. So you just let me bestow upon this other part of this shit that you need to soak up, because I have too. And sometimes I fail and emotionally, but nigga, I got right back on my toes, man. When they wrote me an episode, nigga, you know what I'm talking about? Numbers, ho. Yeah, I go take this shit like a vet, nigga. In the dark. I do meditation in the dark and write the note. Don't play with me. Just lay with me. That's what I tell her. I don't sell her. I still want her. I won't rebel her. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, let me get back off that. Sorry. Start getting into myself. See, you got to be your own, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think most things come with its own air pump? Because those people were smart. They're probably narcissists. They designed that whole company, like whoever designed Spalding came with the little thing with the pump, the footballs. You notice they ain't broke. You got to be your own pumper, okay? And a lot of you niggas and bitches be your own dumper. Doing shit that gets you dumped. Remember you used to get dumped back in the day? Bitch, the GOAT don't get dumped. What you talking about? I got contracts, nigga, to go do analysts with ESPN after I, get off the field. Hey, so I don't have to worry about that. But a lot of people do, and I had to at some point in time before my status got there, okay? So you got to watch out for the breeders. Now you got to remember, because I said they're easy, these type of women that I'm saying are breeders will always attract a man. They're going to always have a man bouncing in and out of that joint, like the bouncy house in McDonald's back in 89. Fuck you mean? They're going to always have it. Why? Because they're toxic. Toxic is what hood niggas and urban circuit street squares is going for. It's like a mosquito to a fresh arm when the summer's heat go down. We just going to attract to it. Zzz. Toxic hoes, man. You know what I'm talking about? But you see, that's how these toxic chicks do. They won't destroy the bad guy. They allow the bad guy to destroy them. But you'll go through all your power for the guy who is trying to get you to do for their kids. That's a goddamn shame. Now, think about what I just told you. It's exactly what's going on in these circuits right now. Recognize breeders from the beginning because they're toxic. They're the type of women that will continue to sleep around until they look up on a provider that can be controlled by them. If you think it's not true, go look out in the hoods right now. I'm not lying to you. Why you think? See, that's the thing, man. I say things that aren't going to be taken very kindly, especially by the people I'm talking about too. Fuck you mean? Why you think I roll renegade style like this, nigga? Why you think a wise man is always alone? Okay, nigga. But you see it change nowadays. Why? I'll give you an example of why. I remember back in the day when you can go on a little phase or a little slut spree or whatever the fuck you was going on, right? You'd be going on that joint, right? You'd be going on that joint. And at least when you got off of that phase, there was like one or two pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? In your generation of guy, boy, whatever not no more, ho. You fuck around and start a relationship now with someone that has either mental health issues or they're a junkie. You go ahead. Or they're a breeder. And the breeder's going to knock you. Why? Because they're toxic. They're going to attract you right to them. Get over here. Man, come on, man. So I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying to warn you. You know what I'm saying? Stay on point. You got to remember, breeders, they're just secondhand girls that's willing to sleep around with anyone in hopes of getting pregnant so you could potentially take care of the rest of the kids. This is fax-19. One time on your mind. And the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 8s. After this is downloaded, I will promote good vibes. I said it, good vibes. Like that, huh? So until then, my friend, Wake and Bake will be cool. Before your kid go to school. Oh yeah, them niggas is going back to school, huh? You better hope there's some teachers in that motherfucker. I tried to tell y'all 19, 20, 21 months ago. Why do you think these teachers ain't? Because you sending them badass kids. You're waking up in the morning late from stuff you were doing, high, buzzing, knowing you got to be at work, and yelling at your kids that you didn't properly train at the last 8 minutes because they didn't catch the clock. Nigga, they don't work for Boeings. Nigga, them is little ass kids. They gonna be late. Nigga, I was late. I put my hand to the sky. I was late. I never wanted to wake up. So expect your kids to do that. Don't start cursing them out at the end, leaving out the door to the bus, fucking up their self-esteem from the back. See, that's the problem. You're thinking it ain't coming in from the front, but it's hitting them from the back. Nigga, they're running to the bus stop, remembering that bullshit a morning. Why did they be stealing extra juices and shit to get them hyper? So until then, my friends, ciao.